I'll never watch this,
I'm not gonna. Yeah.
because I'll just get sad.
You're like photographer.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is we're gonna go live here. Oh, are we doing a sound check, Bob? We're live.
We're live.
This is it. This is the whole thing. We could do this. We could just sit here and talk for 2 minutes and leave. Did you go to the bathroom?
Yeah, I evacuated everything.
You completed the life cycle?
I feel like I'm a new man.
So this is Christopher Kelley. His PR agent and producer and boss and wife is in the room listening. Hi, Victoria. She's over there. And this is Christopher Kelley. He is the guy who directed the movie that you put me in a movie one time.
One time, yes.
Only once.
9 years ago.
9?
Like we shot in 2014.
And you're with Table 16 Productions.
That is the name of my company, yes. Our company.
Yes. Better watch it.
Yes.
You better watch
Yes.
it. It's already, you got to pull the plug on this already.
75% is hers.
So 75%.
Yeah.
And she doesn't have enough.
No.
So Victoria, I remember working with Victoria, and she's a blessing. I want to talk about a couple things about Table 16 Productions.
Yes.
You do commercials.
Commercials, corporate videos for a wide variety of clients. Our two biggest are right now is like Dot Foods and Blessing Hospital. That we do a lot around the country, but we have fun, I think. Don't we?
So look at the lights and the cameras, and you're on this side of it.
It's all very. I'm getting sweaty.
Are you sweaty?
Oh my goodness! No.
Is it?
It's the lights. No.
Is it?
No.
So I want to thank you for putting me in that movie. It was called Full Frame. We went to the Chicago, was it the International?
The Midwest Film Festival, yeah. Remember that screening? That was huge.
It was a huge screening downtown Chicago.
Yeah.
We brought 4-month-old Alejandra, or 5-month-old Alejandra. We were at 3 o'clock in the morning. We went to that bar.
Yes.
I was lugging around my 6-month-old.
Yeah.
Downtown Chicago, on the streets of Chicago.
Yeah.
And we almost got mugged. Not really.
Wait,
but
you did?
no.
Okay.
No, but I like to throw that in there. Just, a little bit of like action. So
I'm trying to picture that right now, what that looks like. You getting mugged.
So can we talk about some of the things that Table 16 does?
Yeah. Why not?
What you make movies, you make commercials, but I want somebody that's listening to this pod to go and take a look at some of your work. You guys are so you're going to say no to this, and Victoria might say no if I said it to her. But when you guys go out, you're kind of like local celebrities.
Are we though?
Yes. You walk in, people know. People who don't know Victoria are scared of her, because she likes that. Also, Victoria, my oldest, you guys gave her a really nice. Hold on, was it an amulet? Was it like it was a really nice, some kind of like cross,
A trinket
right?
of some kind?
It was, I wouldn't call it a trinket, but it was really nice. It's beautiful. And Alejandra recently said, tell me again who gave this to me? I said, the Queen of the Night. So that's kind of.
She is the Queen of the Night.
So yeah, you guys like Halloween. You like scary things.
Mm-hmm.
You like cats. You like animals.
Yes, we have 3 cats. They are a terror. We have a cat named Halloween, and he's a real picaroon. He's a real rapscallion. He's going to outlive us all. I don't know why, but it's terrible.
So how many cats do you have?
We have 3.
Okay. I used to have a cat. Remember Magico? I don't know if you remember that cat or not.
Did you have him at the downtown apartment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. So I want to talk about Table 16 Productions. Tell me about some of the things that Table 16 does. So if you are a business in town and you want the best commercial, if you want the best people, I can tell you, whenever I'm watching TV and I see a commercial, I'm like, oh my gosh, that was really good. Chances are it's a Table 16 production. If it's a local commercial, in my opinion, I think 9 times out of 10, Table 16 did it.
That's very generous of you to say that. Thank you.
No, I mean, so I've seen so many different clips. I was looking at McSatter Pants, and I'm going to see if Bob can insert McSatter Pants into the kind of the middle of this. And then if Bob were to edit this, I would say, do it right now.
Hey! You didn't have to do that. That's what I got.
I don't even know what to think about that.
why'd you have to get one of those? Your words were cold. You know what? She's dead. She is dead.
Get a hold of yourself.
You know what? We're friends. And you always resort to hitting me in the face.
Would you just get a grip?
I hate these things.
Why? Convince me with one good reason.
Because if you have a model and your the flash goes off and she flinches, everything crumbles, including perfection. I've been rejected by 2 people tonight. I don't know about this higher power.
Look, I'm gonna hit you again.
Oh my God!
Stop it! That's enough.
You give me vibes. Bad drinks. I'm gonna go to the bathroom
Do
too.
I make you feel funny downstairs?
No, I go to the bathroom. And you know this, Duke. And you don't care. You don't care. You can cut me up. I'll cut you up. You can cut me up. Oh, you know what? No, I'm scared. I can't do this. Hey! I live here! Every time I come here, you're blowing up my apartment. Come on. No! Ah, this is so embarrassing. Don't everyone to fucking do it. I do it with the walls and the bears and the stupid.
That's enough. Listen, I didn't pay for that therapy to sit here and watch you melt down like this while I'm on the job.
Hey! Hey! Where are you going? Hey! Come back. I'm scared.
You're not creative.
I'm not. You're not creative!
I'm sorry I asked you out here.
Alright, goodbye. This was fun.
Doing a Miss Pants takes actually makes me totally uncomfortable.
Now fucking pull yourself together.
Okay, well, give me a donut.
You can have
Give me a donut.
have a donut.
Oh, put it.
Don't make me hit you again. Give me that.
No!
You don't get a donut just yet. Do your acting first.
No!
Red Bull gives you wings.
And we're back.
That was really fun to revisit that. You know,
I'm gonna see if Bob. I tried to send this to Bob a few minutes ago. I don't know if he got it.
you should do the rest of the podcast today in Mick Satterpants' voice.
Should I do Mick Satterpants?
I don't know. It might blow out the equipment.
Well, it might not be a good idea. So tell me.
By the way, I have to apologize to your viewers because I'm like Nixon right now.
okay,
You know,
no,
with
let's
that-
get
with
some.
that.
Hey, you know what, Victoria?
Wait.
Can you be a
Wait,
sex
count,
kitten?
count to 3. A
Can
sex
you
kitten?
Can you grab that? Yeah, I'm gonna blot you down. Can I do it though?
Oh, please, yes. You know, this is why I cannot be in front of the camera because yeah.
All right,
okay.
so I'm
It's
taking
disgusting.
care of you.
Yes,
no,
thank
it's
you.
you've done it for me before.
I know.
So if a company in town wants to hire somebody, they can hire you. Tell me about some of the work. You don't have to reveal clients' names, but unless you want to, you can say, well, we did this for whatever. Like, tell me about Table 16 Productions. Tell me when it started. Give me the history of it, and tell me about some of the things that you're doing now.
It started when I started getting interested in making videos. This is late 90s, 97, 98. And my friend and I, we would go to Steak and Shake. It used to be open 24/7. And so this is Quincy Steak and Shake. It used to be open 24/7. We'd go there in like the middle of the night to drink coffee, which is a really smart thing to do, you know, if you need to, get some sleep. But we would sit at the same table all the time and talk about movie ideas. What's going to be something fun that we can create and have a good time doing. And because we sat at the same table every time, we'd get the check at the end of the night, and it would say to at Table 16. And so I said, that's the name of my company if we ever start one, because that's where the ideas come from. That's where the magic happens. So that's where the name and the birth of the company came. And then I was doing like little short goofy videos for several years, a couple, short films, trying to get practice in doing that sort of thing. And then in 2005, after I got married to that beautiful lady that you can't see over there because she's hiding in the back, but
In the shadows.
in the shadows, we took it full time. We just said, let's do it, and that's where it came from. That's where it started.
How many commercials, how many ballpark commercials have you done? Or, I mean, is it
10,000? I don't know.
Do you go outside of Quincy?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean-
we've been as far south as like Dallas, Texas. We've gone to Modesto. We've gone to Delaware for different projects, and yeah, we've been all over. Haven't been to Canada yet. That's our next stop. I hope.
So it's, Quincy is such, I always say that Quincy is the smallest big town and, or the largest small town, depending
Yeah.
on how you feel about it. But I mean, Quincy has a really good production company in Table 16. I'm going to try to, I wonder if there's a way to post YouTube links on this. We might have to play around with it.
Right, maybe
How-
right here.
How,
Like here?
yeah. Which, by the way, we have a sponsor. Frankie Say is sponsored by A&B Properties.
Tell me about A&B Properties.
So one of the things, A&B Properties is Quincy's largest apartment rental company with hundreds of rental units offering efficiencies from 1 to 4 bedroom apartments. A&B Properties. Check it out. Thank you so much for sponsoring us.
Thank you.
How old were you when you made your first movie?
I was 17, and it was a commercial for my sister's German class at QND. Herr Bloss, he was like, everybody has to do some kind of commercial in German. And she actually asked me, because I worked at WGEM at the time, to help her make an actual commercial. So we did. It was the first thing I ever made, and it was awesome. I said, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. And so I just kind of kept going from there.
That's when you learned that you wanted to do that?
Yeah. Yeah. And that was like 97, 98, something like that. Yeah.
What, did you use one of those handheld video cams?
We had to borrow her friend's camera because I couldn't just take gear out of the TV station. And so she brought this big giant like brick. The 80s like big camcorders that would probably go for a lot of money on eBay right now. But yeah, and I shot that thing. Oh, it was nuts. I mean, we made it like a horror movie / nice and easy hair product commercial from like the 90s where Elaine from Seinfeld jumps in with like, different situations. You got to try this product. So it was like that, but it was in German.
What's your favorite movie?
Oh, that's too hard.
Hold
That's
on.
too
Let's
hard.
break it down into genre.
Okay.
So hold on a second. So, do you like Stanley Kubrick?
Oh yeah.
So I like to say that my favorite movie is Eyes Wide Shut, and I'm not sure how badly that
That's a great movie.
destroys my reputation.
No, I think it's a great movie. It's it's sexy, but it's really good.
Can I tell you what my favorite scene in Eyes Wide Shut is?
Tell me. Let me guess.
Yeah, please guess.
I'm gonna guess it is okay. So the orgy would be too obvious. So I'm gonna guess.
Yeah, it's not the orgy.
I'm gonna guess it's when.
I actually don't like the orgy because they don't show it.
Well, they do in the special
They
edition.
do.
Yeah.
Can you give me Victoria? Can you give me a copy of that?
Yeah.
Give me a copy of the uncut, the director's cut of when they are actually showing.
Yeah,
it.
you can get that on Blu-ray. You know what? Come over. I'll let you borrow it.
And if my grandmother's watching, that's disgusting. I don't want to see that.
It's just natural.
It is. Everybody does it.
Yeah.
Well,
Well-
not everybody. Not incels.
Hey. Oh, I was gonna say that's a George Michael
What?
lyric. Not everybody does it, but everybody should.
But everybody should.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, okay. My favorite scene of Eyes Wide Shut is when. So to break it down, that movie is directed by Stanley Kubrick. That was his last movie, I believe he ever did.
Yeah.
He passed away shortly after that. He did A Clockwork Orange. He did Space Odyssey 2001. He did
The Shining.
The Shining, which is, some people say that's the scariest movie of all time. I'm going to ask you what you think the scariest movie of all time is. But back to this. Eyes Wide Shut. Tom Cruise is casted with his wife, Nicole Kidman. And they had a long day, and they're getting ready for bed. And I believe they live in Manhattan.
Yeah. Was it when they were smoking weed?
Nicole Kidman rolls the joint, and they're smoking, and they're getting pretty high.
Yeah.
And Tom Cruise's character says something to his wife. They're having a really a husband-wife conversation.
She was jealous because he was giving attention to another woman.
Correct. And he was kind of playing off it's not that big of a deal. It's like, I'm a doctor. And she goes, well, she goes and is dancing with another man,
The Hungarian.
the Hungarian.
Yeah.
But he's not jealous of that. Either he doesn't care or he doesn't notice. But here's the point. He says, I don't worry about you because we're married and we have kids, and what are you going to do? Mm-hmm. And then
She tells a story about meeting that sailor.
and all of the the womanly things, the human things she was feeling about the sailor. And she talks about how she felt. And she gives a descriptive story that she was so relieved the next day that he was gone. And Tom Cruise's character looks at her like this. And you remember the part where Stanley Kubrick's holding the camera and Nicole Kidman's laughing and the camera's shaking with her up and down like that?
Because she drops down and he doesn't know if he...
The point is, that's the day I learned about women. That's the day that I learned that women have these. I mean, this sounds bad. I mean, I saw that movie in the theater, and I couldn't believe that women also have urges. And I don't know how old I was. I was in my 20s, I think, but I was a young man, still figuring things out, figuring myself out, figuring out women. I'm not saying I've got them figured out, but I'm still trying. And so that's probably my favorite scene in that movie. Can we talk about movies?
Yeah, please.
Okay.
I'm...
So this is the
Hit me
part
with
where. So this is the part where, as you're so used to being on the other side of the camera, you're very comfortable. But being on this side, I mean, you're still. I need to blot you down a little bit more.
Oh, I know, right? Yeah.
Let's get. We need
let's
a chamois, like one of those car chamois.
What I'm going to do is I'm
We
going to
need,
just leave this on my head.
Yeah,
right
just go
here.
ahead. Yeah, put that there.
And then
and
I can
blot yourself down.
Then I can do this.
Just think about it like this, Chris. You are home. This is your home. All of these lights, this camera action. I mean, look at. So, can anybody see this? What does it say right here on the back of your forearm, right here? What is it?
That says one more time.
Yeah,
and that's my catchphrase, basically.
That is your catchphrase. Whenever you're directing movies, you will say one more time. Action.
Yes, one more time. You know what? I loved it, but let's go one more. One more time.
One more time.
One more time.
And then you have an FF there
Yes, that's the FF for full frame.
for full frame.
Yes, that we made together.
Photographs don't tell true stories anymore.
Okay. Bingo.
Are you in, Buster Brown?
So who you taking these pictures for? I don't see a ring.
Be careful.
I'm just joking. Who is he?
I work for Charles De Beer.
So, Mr. De Beer is hosting a party, and you want me to photograph it.
You catch on so quick.
So you're the photographer that Bogart hired.
Yes, sir.
What did you see?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
I think I made a mistake.
I like your work, and I can't wait to see what you've captured this evening.
What do you know that you're not telling me?
I'm just having fun.
You stay out of trouble.
It's you. I'm thinking about you.
What do I do?
Disappear. Okay, but don't you dare make me look fat. Hit me, baby.
Thousand bullets fighting around me up. Thousand mothers about to give birth. The water's rising all over the world. I gotta tell you right now, I need my girl. I need you. Oh, I need you. Oh, I need you. Oh, I need you. Yeah.
You still think my work sucks?
A&B Properties is Quincy's largest apartment rental company with hundreds of units available. They offer short-term and long-term rentals with 1, up to 4-bedroom apartments. A&B Properties meets the needs of its tenants with care, compassion, and a quality of service that exceeds expectations. A&B Properties also has a convenient tenant app for you to do your payments or make repair requests. Give them a call today. A&B Properties, 217-919-8080, Quincy.
Yeah.
And that movie, I need to pull that. Where can we find that movie?
You know, right now it's on YouTube for free. I just we had a distributor and we had it on a couple different platforms, but now I just put it out there on YouTube.
And how do you look for it if someone was watching this podcast and they were looking for it?
You can go to YouTube. You can Google. Not Google, but you can.
Oh, yeah.
You can go to YouTube and type in Table 16 Productions, or you can even type in Full Frame. And I think you should get it. You'll see like a black and white thumbnail, and probably your face.
My face, my character's face.
Yeah.
But it is my face.
It is.
Yeah, and then I had the glasses on.
Yeah, the fake glasses, because you don't wear glasses.
I don't.
Yeah.
I need glasses, though, just so you know.
On mine?
No, but I should have brought photographer's glasses.
Did I let you keep those? Did you keep
I gave them back to you. So there were 2 pair in case one of them broke.
Mhm.
I think Victoria or somebody, or Ben Poland or somebody, it could have been Sorensen. Somebody held an extra pair of glasses with them, or maybe you kept them in the car in case something broke. Because we needed something called continuity.
Continuity, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and you always had me shave to a certain place and keep my hair a certain way. And one time, remember that there was that one scene where the photographer was locked up in the hotel, and I remember Victoria said, "Don't shave for the next 6 days because we're going to shoot." And then I remember being really proud of not shaving.
That was when we gave you the ninja hoodie. Remember that?
Yes. That's a fun action movie. I think people should go try to find Full Frame. What is it, an hour and a half?
Yeah, hour 40, something like that.
It's feature length.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I love that movie, by
Thank
the way.
you.
The last
Thank you
time I
very
saw
much.
it was on Amazon Prime Video.
Yes.
And I was on the train watching it, and somebody was walking down the Amtrak, just in the aisle, and they looked over, they go, "That looks like you." I'm like, "I know it does."
You're just watching yourself on the train.
Yeah.
Were you doing it in an obvious way, like having the sound up and like waiting for people to walk by so you can say, "That's me"?
I kept on doing this, like pointing at myself while I was watching. So, all right. So can we talk? So I'm going to put you on the spot.
Go ahead.
We're going to do a speed round.
Okay.
Of Chris Kelley's favorite movies. Now,
okay.
You can say it's a tie with such and such. I'm going to talk about. Let's talk about something. Okay. How about this? Favorite Francis Ford Coppola movie?
Oh, well, I mean, Godfather's the easiest choice, but I really kind of go with The Conversation.
The Conversation?
Yeah, with Gene Hackman.
Okay.
It's awesome.
Wow. Oh, real quick on The Godfather. Which one's better, 1 or 2?
I like the first one better myself. Okay. I mean, what's funny is like most of part 2 was actually in the original novel for part 1.
Correct.
So I like that. I almost consider it just the same movie. It's a 6-hour long movie, and part 2 is just part of that for me. But I like the first one.
Was part 3 any good?
I like it, but I know why people hate it, and I understand. But I like it. I thought it was kind of. I like the intensity, especially of the scene in the opera house at the end. That whole sequence where the assassin's trying to, get Michael Corleone with his rifle or whatever.
Yeah. But yeah. Favorite action movie?
That's a tough one.
Should I break it down into?
I'm gonna go Die Hard just because that's the first one that comes to my mind, and I'm a big fan of the director, John McTiernan. But that's one of my favorites. I also love The Rundown with The Rock. You ever see that one?
No.
That one's great.
Really?
Yeah.
Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Yes, it is.
What is so tangential to that? Is Die Hard the best Christmas movie?
You know what? I'm going to go with Christmas Vacation.
Okay, good. I think that's the best Christmas movie of all time.
Yeah, it's classic.
Yeah. Favorite 80s movie?
The Goonies.
Favorite John Hughes movie?
Breakfast Club. Oh, no. I got to go with Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. That's my favorite.
With John Kerry.
Yeah, John Candy.
John
and
Kerry.
Steve Martin. Yeah, John Kerry. Yeah. Why do you think he got into politics? He couldn't hack it as an actor.
Rest in peace, John Candy. That's a really good film. Do you have a favorite part of that movie? Something in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles that you love the most? Because I can tell you, kind of just off the top of my head.
Del, why did you kiss my ear? Why are you holding my hand? Where's your other hand? Between two pillows. Those aren't pillows. Ah! See that Bears game? Yeah. They got a hell of a team. Yeah. They'll go all the way this year.
We recently saw Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, my whole family, and I think it was Rachel's first time seeing it, and she was really surprised how much she liked it. That's what we've been doing a lot lately, getting my wife caught up on older movies. How often do you and Victoria watch movies?
It used to be quite a bit. I keep a running tally of every movie I watch every year on my phone, and we're only at like 104 movies this year. But we watch them. It used to be like once a night. We'd watch a movie, but lately it's been a lot of TV shows. We just started binging, or we actually got through all of It's Always Sunny. Never seen that before, the sitcom.
You did get through it?
Yeah.
And what's the verdict?
Oh, I love it. It's fantastic. They're the worst people in the world, the characters.
Yes.
But I love them. In fact, you kind of remind me of Mac, of Rob McElhenney. You going to buy a soccer team?
It's funny is Tyler Tomlinson. I don't know if you know Tyler or not.
Yeah.
He's the director. Him and Gilberto Romero are directors of our club soccer team called Monarchy. That's there's two soccer clubs in town. One of them is Monarchy, and he's a really interesting guy. He kind of reminds me of one of those characters.
Tyler was actually in a commercial of ours.
He was.
We did a Farm and Home ad a long time ago, and he was in like a set of long underwear in the snow chopping wood.
Did Tyler work at WGM with you?
He
did. Did he work at KHQA?
I'm pretty sure Tyler worked at WGM when I was there, but I don't remember 100% now. It's the memory. You get old.
I can't remember anything.
No, I can't either.
I got
to write it down.
Trying to thought there.
Yeah.
What is your favorite comedy?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know.
Okay, so these are not fair questions to put you on the spot. It's not fair.
No.
I should have given you like a day to like write down. I should have given you a list, and then you could be like, okay, I like that. Whatever. I mean, what's something?
Because with the comedy, you watch it 100 times and you don't laugh as much because you know the jokes or whatever, but you still respond to it, and internally you're going, you got the chuckles going. But that is a tough question. I do not know what my favorite comedy is.
Who's those? Who are the Coen brothers?
Yes.
Do you like any of their movies?
Oh, love them. Love them.
Do you like The Big Lebowski?
Yes. Huge fan of The Big Lebowski.
How many times have you
I've
seen
never
it?
been to a Lebowski Fest, but I've probably seen it 20 times.
20?
That's low. That's low numbers for big fans of that movie. But yeah, I've probably seen it 20 times, and I do love it. I can quote it.
You can quote it a lot, right?
But some of the fans out there of that movie can put me to shame.
Is that the most famous Coen Brothers movie?
I'd say that's a tough question because I'd say like the one they won the Academy Award for, No Country for Old Men, is pretty popular, but probably not as popular as that movie, which was a flop, by the way, when it came out. The Big Lebowski was a flop, and now it's got this cult status. And I think the brothers they don't really pay attention to that. I think they think it's amusing, but they're like, why weren't you guys at the theater to bump it up?
Yeah, so that happens sometimes, I think, where there's a movie. By the way, I can see why it flopped. I can see. So the very first, I look at The Big Lebowski like I look at Monty Python and the Holy Grail. I didn't get it. I didn't understand why that was funny. Like the guy, like in Monty Python, like the coconuts for the horses and all of the. It's a flesh wound.
Flesh wound.
All of that. And I can quote that movie better than I can quote any movie. Mm-hmm. I think I've seen that movie 75 times.
Ooh.
And now I get my kids to watch it. And the very first time that they saw it, I had to laugh at all this stuff and then pause it, then rewind it and say, look, they're banging on empty coconuts together.
Yeah, that's
it's
good.
It's funny.
Teach your children how to watch movies and how to appreciate. That's good. You could have your own film appreciation class.
I need to try that. My kids really they just started learning how to appreciate actual, not adult movies, but So what's weird?
Not backroom adult movies you're talking about.
Well, I'm saying like Billy Madison was a hard sell at first because it wasn't a cartoon. So kids, and I can't speak for all children, but did you watch a lot of cartoons when you were a kid?
Oh yeah, yeah. I still watch them today.
You do? What do you watch?
Oh yeah. He-Man. He-Man, of course.
Oh my gosh.
He-Man, She-Ra. I mean, that's one of our. That's one of our
intro to
go-tos. Oh, I know. Yeah, Fabulous Secret Powers were revealed to me.
Did you watch cartoons as a kid on Saturday mornings?
Oh yeah.
So did you wake up, get the Fruit Loops and the milk, and sit there and like just watch all the cartoons? Would your parents let you do that?
Yeah, you know, it was pretty common in our house to get up and do that. Hopefully you wake up. I mean, we always woke up early on Saturdays to watch the cartoons, you know, because it was our day off. And parents let us do all that stuff, and like I said, we still do it today. I wanted to get a subscription to Boomerang, which is the Hanna-Barbera cartoon streaming platform, you know, where you can watch all your old favorites. But yeah, I loved it. I loved everything about Saturday morning cartoons.
So this idea of my kids starting with cartoons, and you know, Disney and Pixar, obviously they do a really good job for kids, and I think Moana was probably my kid's favorite movie. By the way, everything's a movie to them. Everything.
Oh yeah,
like a commercial is a really, really short movie that interrupts their other movie. So it's because I had to tell them that it was an advertisement.
Advertisement, yes, and
they don't know what that is.
And your son's name is Vincenzo, or your Vincent. What do you?
I mean, Vincenzo sounds about right.
Yeah.
But we call him Valentino.
Oh, Valentino, that's right.
No, Vincenzo. No, his name's Vincenzo now.
Yeah, I love it. It's my favorite Italian name, Vincenzo.
No,
Vincenzo.
Valentino.
Valentino. Okay,
Valentino.
yeah, sorry. But yeah, I remember you talking about how he called everything a movie, and that cracked me up because
Yeah, because we were talking a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And you were on speakerphone with them. Oh, by the way, you told him that he could make a movie.
You can.
So guess what he wants to do?
Make a movie?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
And can I be in it?
Yeah, you're gonna have to be the lead character in his first one because that would be serendipitous.
I could be like the real photographer,
You
which
could
is the
be.
name of your character in the movie that we made.
Correct. Yeah. No, I think it would be really neat. Oh, so somebody told him that an iPhone Pro, you can make movies with the modern day smartphone.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a movie called Unsane? It was a Steven Soderbergh movie shot with an iPhone. Tangerine was a famous Sundance movie shot with an iPhone. They used a certain program that cost like, I don't know, $15, $20, an app that helped control the camera settings. And
there's an app on an iPhone called Movies, isn't it? Or
yeah, but I think that's just like,
what is that?
I think that's just like your collection of movies.
Oh, it is?
I think.
But there's a movie making app. There's lots of.
Yeah, Apple has iMovie, I think, on there. But yeah, but there's an app for everything, and I use Adobe products to edit and create all of our commercials and videos, and they have a ton of apps on your phone that you can use to create. I mean, it's amazing what you can do.
Quick question. What are some Quincy names of people that have been in your movies?
Well, you know, the one that won the big award from our last movie is Charles Whitcomb, remember?
Charles Whitcomb from the local South
Quincy,
African.
Yes, it's the accent that kills.
Well, so he owns BoPro here in
Quincy
town.
BoPro, yeah. He was committed, by the way. I mean, did he scare you at all when we were making that movie?
Yes.
He was getting in your face. And
Yeah. He won. What award did he win?
Best Actor at the Chicago Midwest Film Festival. Like at their end of the year big thing where they get all the movies they've shown all year, and then they give out the awards.
So Charles Whitcomb. Who else has been in your movies? Like local people in Quincy.
Well, do you remember Corey McCloskey, the old weatherman? He was.
Yeah.
He was in a few of our movies way back when.
He lives in Arizona now?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
and we're still in contact, and he actually did some voiceover work for me a couple times. That was fun to have, to go back and, rekindle that old creative relationship.
Okay. Do you still talk to Corey?
Yeah.
He's a really good guy.
Yeah.
Who else?
Oh, let's see. Who isn't? Let's see.
What about the people who moved to Pennsylvania?
Oh yes, Bill and Kathleen Bursick. They, what's funny is when we started hanging out with them, Kathleen really expressed an interest in doing stuff, and I said, like, I'm going to put you in a movie. And our first movie that we made with her was it was called Villainy for the Lonely.
Yeah.
And she played this this hardcore like firecracker of a bad person, a villain. Because there's lots of villains in that movie.
Yeah.
And we staged a bar fight for her, and we bought the breakable bottles that they're not supposed to hurt you when you smash it over somebody's head, but it hurt our young actor, kind of. He's like, I've never been hit so hard in my life when she just took that bottle and she just smashed it over. I mean, it was a really fun, exciting thing to shoot, but yeah, she's fantastic. Bill was fantastic. Everybody that we've all hung out with in our life, our friends, I probably forced everybody to be in a movie. Jeff Baird,
Yep.
a good friend of
Jeff
mine.
Baird's really good.
Yeah, and of course my lovely wife Victoria. Actually, what's funny? Victoria over there, the boss, she was actually the default talent. Whenever we couldn't get something cast, she would say, "Who's going to play this character?" And I just say,
Was Victoria in Hampshire?
Yes.
Yeah, you were in Hampshire, right? Yeah, so I saw Hampshire one. I've seen Villainy for the Lonely 3 or 4 times. So I like showing Villainy for the Lonely to friends when someone sees full frame, and they go, "Oh, show me something else." I'll show them that. Or sometimes I'll show some of your shorter clips, digital clips of shorts is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So what's name the place?
Yes.
I think that's a really good one.
That was one of my favorite ones to make, and because it was talking about Jeff Baird, we just said let's do something fun, let's do something easy and fun, and so I just wrote this little piece. It came out of the thing that used to happen in high school, where two people would start fighting with each other, calling each other names and saying, "All right, that's it. Meet me behind Dieter's Dairy tonight at 10 p.m." And then the next day they both would go there to each other and say, "Where were you? I was there. Where were you?" And I was there, So I said, wouldn't that be funny if that actually happened in a real life situation with a hero and a villain,
Yeah.
So we made Name the Place.
I mean, it's action comedy.
Yeah.
And that can I call it a digital short?
Yeah.
Can I call it that? What do you call it?
You can call it a digital short, sure, short film. It's
Short
funny.
film,
We
okay.
still say film, even though we're not using film. People still say tape, even though there's no tape in a camera. We use just hard drives and media now, but we still say the word tape or film, just because it's just stuck in the nomenclature.
So if you're alive and around 90 years old, you'll say, "I'd like to go see a nice picture."
Yes, a motion picture.
Motion picture.
Yes.
You want to go to see the pictures?
Let's go to the pictures. Yes, and they probably still wear suits and get
They
dressed
do.
up.
They do. They're wearing the exact same thing as they wore during the Depression.
And that's why we don't go to the movies anymore, because people stopped wearing suits.
Correct. And the older people that are from the Depression also don't go because you can't smoke in the theater.
Can't smoke in the theater.
And they all want to smoke.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, because they're still smoking.
Exactly.
Because smoking kept them alive.
Yeah. I think of Robert De Niro. Did you ever see Cape Fear? He's in the theater with his big stogie.
I love that movie.
And he's just laughing.
Juliette Lewis is a maniac in that movie. Juliette Lewis?
Yeah.
She's
she
a young
played
girl.
Nick Nolte's daughter in that
Yeah.
movie, and she and De Niro sort of had a little thing.
Cape Fear. I think I saw that in the theater. Maybe not. That's a super. Actually, Robert De Niro is that his? So Taxi Driver was really good, and Cape Fear. But a lot of people think of younger people don't understand how good De Niro was and how scary he could be.
Yeah.
Because they think of what's the movie with Ben Stiller?
Meet the Parents.
They like the Fockers.
Yeah.
I'm not saying a bad word there.
Yeah.
I'm saying
no.
I'm not.
F-O-C-K.
Correct. Meet the
Fockers.
Fockers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, by the way, my kids
Pretty
are always
funny
trying
movie.
to swear. They're always trying to swear, and the F word is the F word. But they recently learned out that they could say flippin' and frickin'.
Frickin'. And, you can say funk.
You can say funk.
What the funk?
Funk that.
Yeah.
But you can't say the other word because that's a bad word.
It's a bad word.
So they can say all those other words.
But you mean the bad word, but
You mean the bad word.
Yeah.
But your intention is the bad word.
Yes.
So if
So
your
is
intention-
it worse to say a made up word that isn't bad if you mean the bad word?
I think it's, you know what, intent used to be a thing in this society, that intent meant something, but now intent's gone.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you intend. All that matters is what you say. So I don't know. I mean, I think intent is a pretty big deal. But I'm going to introduce the word FOCK. F-O-C-K from Meet the Fockers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bob's going to edit all this. He's going to bleep out every single one of these words, I think.
It's a lot of work.
So I hope he doesn't have to, because this thing is just going to, this podcast is rated R now.
It's going to have to be. You have to have the little, what's the warning on it? What? Trigger warning? We have to be, trigger warnings.
NSFW.
Yes. Speaking of words like FOC and funk, do you remember the movie that just came out? It came out 30 years ago, Dazed and Confused?
Yeah.
Remember that? They had the paddles with the FAH-Q.
Yeah. Which is not a bad word.
Yeah.
Because it's FAHQ.
That's right. That's right.
I really hope.
30 years ago that came out.
Okay. By the way, we do not say the F word on these podcasts. It's the one word that we just don't say. So we are driving around this, and now I hope I'm not getting any.
We're off the rails.
We're off the rails.
We are. Should we start over?
Let's just start the whole thing all over.
Yeah.
That's going to take a long time. No, listen, we're almost done, but I got a few more things for you.
Please.
What is the best thing? What's the best feeling that you have when you're creating a movie? What are you trying to accomplish? Tell me about your process. And I know Victoria's, I don't know your process, Victoria, but I know that the two of you have a process. So, and if I was to ask Victoria this, she would definitely give me a really good answer, because Victoria gives good answers. Give me your side of this.
You know, everything sort of became second nature to me in a way. So, like, when I think about a movie, I think of scenes, and I'm like, all right, I know how I'm going to shoot that scene. So it'll start with just a scene, and then I'll start to flesh it out a little bit more. You know, like I'll try to build a whole story around just one scene. I think in Full Frame, the scene was, I think it was you discovering, your character discovering the picture of the dead girl in his camera roll or whatever. I'm like, that's gonna be a great scene, and we're gonna build the story out from that. But you know, it's just a desire to be creative and do something. I just cannot wait to get behind the camera and shoot something, which is why like, to a fault, because I often don't spend a lot of time on the script, which is, you can tell that. You can tell that when you watch the movies. You're like, oh man, this is kind of a bad. And I'm going to get on myself a lot, you know. And she's already shaking her head, because I'm like, oh man, you know, I see how bad the movie is from my eyes, but other people might think it's nice. I don't know. But yeah, I just have this intense desire to get behind the camera and start shooting something. That desire has gone hibernating right now, so I have no real desire to make anything in the near future. But when we do, it's like it's an all-in situation. You know, I'm up at night, I do a commercial, and then after like 5 o'clock, I'm like editing our movie till like 10, 11 o'clock at night, that kind of thing. But it is all about the desire to create something.
You used to say, and I've heard you say it before, that, you know, we need to pay the bills, and we love making movies as a passion. It's something we like to do, but we also need to serve the public, because a lot of people enjoy your work a lot. And I know if somebody wants to get a hold of Table 16 Productions, what's the best way to do that?
We have a contact form on our website, table16.com. There might be a phone. I think that there's a phone number on there too. But it starts out with just making contact, and we start talking about what we can do for whoever is interested in hiring us. And we like to find out if we're going to be a good fit with the client. And you know, most of the time, I'd say we are, and we find some common ground, and it's fun to collaborate with clients, you know, because they know what they may not know what they want, but they know who they are, and it's fun to figure that out with them and create something. So we can do some pretty imaginative stuff, but we've also done, you know, some standard stuff, you know, people talking about their business, or people talking about why they love what they do or whatever. But all about collaboration, and it's a lot of fun.
Is Table 16, is it table16productions.com or what's the website?
On either or, table16, I don't think we bought Table 16 Production. Oh no, somebody's going to buy that now and divert it back. Go get it.
Go get it right now.
Yeah, go get it.
Yeah. It's going to cost $1.99.
Yeah.
Save you millions.
For 10 years.
Listen, you are my favorite director.
Oh, Frankie.
You're my favorite. That I know.
That you know? Yeah.
I'm kidding.
You know, there is a lot of great talent out there in Quincy. Quincy is so rich with talent, you know, people who can make awesome videos. And I'm just happy to be included in that list.
I'll tell you, you are my favorite director.
Oh,
because here's why. I know you. I know your heart. I know how good you are. And I know that you, without Victoria, it would not. I don't think your quality would be as high without your wife. I think
wouldn't be here without my
people
wife,
would be
yeah.
shocked to know how close you two are. I mean, there's husband and wife.
We're
relationships.
strange. We're weird. Like
you guys
that.
are with each other all the time.
Do you know we have
It's
never
amazing.
spent a night apart in 18 years.
You've never spent a night apart in 18 years?
No.
Okay.
We're weird.
That's amazing. That's
And
one for the record books.
She's the one that said, I said, I think I want to start my own business. And she said, you better do it. Or I said, I think I want to make a movie. And she said, well, then let's do it right now. So that's the kind of, you can't get very far without that kind of support, I don't think. Or it's harder, I think.
Well, that's a blessing.
Yeah.
So anyway, I want to thank A&B Properties and Table 16 Productions. Come on, Frankie Say, Chris Kelley. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
See ya.
Yellow.
Well, well, well. Gunner Skull, my hero.
Okay, lame enemy. You win. Let's end this.
Are you ready to die?
Name the place.
The abandoned warehouse, 20 minutes.
Talk.
Yeah, the abandoned warehouse is no longer abandoned.
So?
Dude, it's been leased. We can't go there.
Name the place.
The desert, 20 minutes.
What?
Yeah, I can't make the desert in 20 minutes. That traffic is, it's bad.
Too scared to face me.
No.
Name the place.
The River Island, 20 minutes. Yeah, there's some kind of family picnic at the River Island.
Kids.
Tons.
That's no good.
I know, right?
Backing out.
Absolutely not.
Name the place.
The Wetlands, 20 minutes. I'm such an idiot. The wetlands are dry this time of year.
Are we doing this or what?
What?
I said, are we doing this or what?
Yes. Just let me think.
You're going down.
No, you're going down.
Name the place.
Madison Park swing sets, 20 minutes.
I waited for like an hour at the park.
I was totally there. Where were you?
Madison Park, swing sets.
Did I tell you Madison Park? Okay. Listen, new plan.